Violence and force. Um, there are a lot of people in the voluntarist, anarchic, libertarian realm who uh, either draw no distinction between violence and force or think that the distinction is very important. Um, the people who think it's very important would say that, well, violence is a violation of your rights, that it's different than the force required to stave off violence, right? So some people will draw a big distinction between force and violence, and I see their point. They want to make a linguistic distinction between the violation and the force required to stave off the violation. I think that's a totally appropriate way to look at that. I also see people who can look at violence as violence. I see that. I also think that that there's an important reason for that distinction. I do think that exists there, and I can be kind of lazy with how I refer to them, but I think that it's important to talk about these two terms because they're both very heated. People have visceral reactions that are different to both words. Force sounds bad to some people. Violence sounds bad to some people. Um, the weight you put on that is a personal life experience thing that I don't want to try to wade through the quagmire with you on that. Um, but force and violence can often be used interchangeably, and often people draw a distinction. And just when you're talking with someone about force and violence and the violence of the state and the force of the state, the power of the state, like, define your terms, people, please. When you're talking with each other, you can find yourself butting heads when all you needed to do was define terms. That's it.